Hello, welcome back to our math class tutorial. So after getting the range and domain of the rational function, so this time we are going to find the horizontal and vertical asymptotes of a rational function. So in finding the vertical asymptotes of a rational function, so we need to first set the denominator into 0. So again, in this given problem, we need to set the denominator into 0. So, parang yung ginawa lang natin in finding the domain, and actually ganun yung gagawin natin dito sa vertical asymptotes. So, in equating the denominator into 0, so we need to rewrite x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. And then since x squared is minus 1 is the form of binomial, which is the sum and difference of two terms, so we need to factor this, and it will become the x plus 1 times the x minus 1 is equal to 0. And then after getting the factor of this given, we need now to evaluate this x plus 1 to 0 product property. So x plus 1 is equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So transpose the positive 1 to the right side yields negative 1, and then the negative 1 transposed to the right side, it gives us positive 1. So again, the vertical asymptote is we need to plot this x value. So when we're going to plot this x is equal to negative 1, so this is now the vertical asymptotes of the x is equal to positive 1. And then the plot of the x is equal to negative 1, so this is the vertical asymptote. So again, in this illustration of the given f of x is equal to 2x squared all over x squared minus 1, this is the illustration of the vertical asymptote. So next example. So how about f of x is equal to 3x plus 2 all over x squared minus x minus 6? So again, in getting the vertical asymptote, we need to equate or set the denominator into 0. So we write x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0, and then we need to factor this given. So the factor of x squared minus x minus 6 is x plus 2 times x minus 3. And then the next step is we need to make this into 0 product property. So x plus 2 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. So transpose positive 2 to the right side, and it gives us negative 2, and then the negative 3 transposed to the right side, it gives us positive 3. So plot this, and it will become the vertical asymptote of this given. So the plot of the negative 2 here is this broken line, and then the plot of the positive 3 is this broken line. So this is what we call the vertical asymptote of this given. So next is finding the horizontal asymptotes of a rational function. So again, the form of the rational function is f of x is equal to p of x all over q of x, wherein our p of x and q of x is a polynomial and the denominator is not equal to 0. So, dito sa ating rational function ay pwede din natin siyang isulat sa way na ito. A sub n, a sub n x raised to n plus and so on to the constant over the b sub n times x raised to m plus etc. to constant number, wherein the letter n here is the exponent of the coefficient and same as with the denominator. So magkaiba po ang vertical asymptote sa horizontal asymptote. So in finding the horizontal asymptote of the rational function, always remember the following. So ito lang yung kailangang tandaan sa pagkuha ng horizontal asymptote. So first is the if n is greater than m, then the horizontal asymptote doesn't exist. Meaning the letter n here is the numerator exponent and the letter m is the denominator exponent. So kapag mas malaki yung numerator exponent kaysa sa denominator, then the horizontal asymptote doesn't exist. And then the letter B, if numerator exponent is less than the denominator exponent, then the horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. So kapag mas malaki, I mean kapag mas maliit yung exponent sa numerator kaysa sa denominator, then the horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. So it lies in the it lies in the x-axis. Next is the if n is equal to m, then the horizontal asymptote is y is equal to a sub n divided by b sub n. M, I mean. So kapag yung numerator exponent and the denominator exponent is equal, so i-divide lang natin yung coefficient. So like for example, so if f of x is equal to 6x squared all over 2x squared plus 1, so titignan natin yung exponent sa taas. Then the exponent sa taas is 2 and same with the denominator. Therefore, since they are equal, this is the formula. So the coefficient of the having the exponent is 6. So 6 divided by the coefficient here, which is 2. So 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So the horizontal asymptote is 3. So this is the illustration of the horizontal asymptote of this given. So just imagine na lang this line is a broken line. So this is again the horizontal asymptote, which is y is equal to 3. Next, how about f of x is equal to 2x multiplied to x minus 1 all over 5 of x? So kung napapansin natin, they are equal, but if we are going to distribute the numerator, it becomes 2x squared. So the numerator is greater than the denominator. So again, the rule is if the numerator is greater than the denominator, then the horizontal asymptote doesn't exist. So there is no horizontal asymptote in this function since the numerator exponent is greater than the denominator exponent. So letter C. So here in our letter C, so how about if f of x is equal to 12x squared all over 3x cubed plus x squared plus 1. So upon looking the exponent in the numerator and then the denominator, so kung napapansin natin sa denominator, there are two exponents. So we need to get the highest exponent here. So the exponent in the numerator is 2 and then the exponent in the denominator is 3. Therefore, the exponent of the numerator is less than the exponent of the denominator. Therefore, sabi natin kanina, if the numerator is less than the denominator, then the horizontal asymptote is equal to y is equal to 0. So n is less than m, therefore y is equal to 0. So this is the illustration of our horizontal asymptote in this given. So imagine this is a broken line. So again, kapag hindi naintindihan, just pause the video and understand the simple explanation. Thank you.